Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, first you could just say your name, what you do,
Sure.
that kind of thing.
So I'm Stacy Millett, and I'm the Executive Director for Community Engagement and the North Carolina Center for Health and Wellness here at University of North Carolina, Asheville.
Awesome. So what does that entail? What do you do with that?
Essentially, in my role, we are aligning some of our units around the campus. We have a new strategic plan with Chancellor Mary Grant, and one of the strategic directions is community engagement. And so when you think about what that means, a lot of it already happens throughout the campus and our impact on the city and on the region and on the state, but we're also looking at how internally we can align some of our units. So the executive director role for community engagement is a new one that reports directly to the chancellor, part of the senior leadership team. And then we put together the Center for Diversity Education along with the North Carolina Center for Health and Wellness, as well as the Key Center. So I have all of those units.
That's a lot of units. I'm sure you're very busy. So what are some of your goals for that with students? What do you hope for them to get?
For the Key Center?
Yeah. Or for community engagement.
For community engagement in general. Well, I think if you read a lot of the literature and you look at some of the, excuse me, I gotta start again. One of our hopes at the University of North Carolina, Asheville, UNC Asheville, for students is that they are super well prepared to be great citizens and engaged when they leave the campus. And one great way to start is doing it on campus. So when you read the literature, when you think about the Board of Governors' new strategic plan that has a stated goal of economic vibrancy and community engagement, when you think about national organizations like National Campus Compact, North Carolina Campus Compact focused on community engagement, and having students have what we call high impact experiences so that they get out beyond the classroom and they are able to have experiences that will prepare them for the real world and to be global citizens, then that's a lot of what we're trying to do in the community engagement office. And having those different units together really create a great recipe to ensure that we can ensure those experiences for students, but then also working with other units around campus. So it's faculty, it's staff. For instance, there's a math professor who's been doing this excellent work called Marvelous Math, tutoring clubs in some of our public housing communities in Asheville. And there are many, many other efforts as such on campus. But through this new unit, this Office of Community Engagement, we're able to have a better handle on who's doing what and how we can connect like-minded projects, all for the benefit of students.
That's awesome. That's really cool. This has been awesome for me because I'm learning so much about stuff going on. I think it's so neat. So how does the Key Center connect into all that?
Well, a little bit of history about the Key Center. The Key Center was founded particularly to focus on service learning, and that's pretty much what the Key Center has done over the last few years. And a little bit more than just service learning. There were some school abroad programs under Key Center, but there are student reflection leaders who develop. Let me start this whole thing over.
Oh yeah.
The reason I want to start it over again is that I don't know that the Key Center explicitly started in the document for service learning. Let me start again.
Okay, yeah, go right ahead.
The Key Center has focused since its founding a lot on community work through service learning classes and other types of experiences for students, again, that step beyond the classroom. And what we're doing now, as we think about the Key Center, in addition to service learning, there also are other types of designations of classes, such as community engaged learning. And when you think about the Key Center as this portal for students and faculty to connect in ways that they can blend getting academic credit, learning experiences, reflections, and that sort of whole package, we're seeing that there can be broader ways of doing that beyond just service learning classes. So service learning classes are important, but we also have community engaged scholars, there are programs abroad, and I think just connecting the Key Center more broadly to the rest of the campus under this new community engagement framework is just a really good opportunity. I almost want to say students have to do something outside of the classroom. They have to if they're going to be successful in working with teams, whether they're here on campus and when they leave here.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. I did school a little differently. I like took a lot of time off, and I think having that time off, like just being out and like serving and stuff like that, just made all the difference in the world. And like I've heard a lot of people that I've talked to have said this similar thing: the benefit of having students get this experience. So the Key Center is one of the many facets that you work with. Going forward, what would be some of the things you hope for it specifically, if you have anything?
For the Key Center?
Yeah.
Well, I think we'd like to have every faculty person see the Key Center as a key partner in thinking about creating high-impact student experiences. Again, along that continuum from service learning courses to community-engaged experiences to being a resource place where there might be longer-term projects that are done with community partners. And when I say community, I mean those beyond the campus. So I think just having the recognition of the Key Center's value and potential contribution, not potential contribution, but real contribution to the learning partnership that can be created between faculty and the center.
That's perfect. So yeah, that's the bulk of the questions I have. Is there anything that you think would be good to add? Okay.
No, I mean, I think that pretty much, you think you've got enough?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
No, I always ask just because this is all a learning experience for me about what everything is going on. And
The only thing I would add, and I know you probably have I'm done with my filming.
Yeah.
I mean, not for me to say,